Hey guys, Poverty Point Customs here. What we're going to do today is finally get this Kolpin X-Pedition 70-inch plow installed on my 2016 cfmoto zforce 800. It's minus 15 out today, so one thing you certainly need is a hot cup of coffee. And if you're following my channel, I just uploaded a video on installing my new rear tire rack. If you're interested, make sure you check that out. So first things first, I've got the plow underneath the ATV to give a rough idea of where I want to mount it. What I'll do is actually put a couple blocks underneath the end of the plow there to raise it up. That way I want to make sure when the plow is installed that I'm able to raise up the plow enough, as well as I'm able to pivot the plow left and right to make sure it's not hitting the tires. So this is roughly where I want to mount the plow at. As you can see, I have the blocks underneath the end of the plow. So we're going to hook up the winch cable to the plow, and then we're going to raise it up, and we're going to check for distance. Alright, so I've got the plow raised up. I just put a block of wood underneath of it to take the weight off the winch cable. What I'm doing now is checking for distance when the plow's at a full angle. I know some people like to leave the plow quite a ways out. It's a little harder on the bike, as well as the winch cable, because a lot of times you see the winch cables extended way out this way instead of just down. So I'm pretty happy with that. Also, too, you want to check for distance between your plow frame and the bottom of your ATV or side-by-side, because don't forget it is going to squat a little bit. So I still have room to raise this plow up probably another couple inches. So just taking a look underneath the side-by-side. This is roughly the area I want to put my mounting plate at, so I'll just take note of that. Alright, so it comes with your universal mounting brackets. It also comes with different types of U-bolts, these square ones and the rounded ones, and then all your nuts and bolts. So we're going to take a look underneath and see where we can mount this, because this does have a full skid plate. And again, once this is mounted, this is how it's going to connect to your ATV with some pins there and on the other side. Alright, so after a little bit of work, I was able to mount the plow mount to the frame. As you can see, it's right there on this side. This would be the driver's side. And this would be the passenger side. Just taking a look up underneath there, I had to take the skid plate down, find out where I'm going to mount the U-bolts. I had to put the skid plate back on and drill a couple holes in the skid plate so I could get the U-bolts through. So once the warmer weather hits, I'm going to trim these off, fabricate that a little bit better. Probably fill this in here. As you can see, that would be a little nuisance for wheeling. It's going to catch on things. And again, taking a look at it from the other side. And I've sprayed the underside of the ATV down with a Rust Check too. Alright, let's lower it down. So what we're going to do is hook the plow tubes to the plow frame mounting bracket. We're going to use these. Alright, I also want to mention, in order to get the U-bolts over top of the frame, I actually ended up having to spread them out a little bit like this. I found they were just a little bit too small. So again, if you're using this kit and installing it on your cfmoto, you're going to have to spread out the U-bolts a little bit. And also on the passenger side, you notice these lines? So they actually go down, so there's not a whole lot of room in between the frame, the U-bolt, and these lines. So just be careful when you're snugging this down that you don't accidentally pinch or hit those lines. And as you can see, I just sprayed everything down with white lithium grease. We're up in the salt belt up here, so we want to protect it. So we don't have a whole lot of snow right now to test it out. Probably about 5 or 6 inches. But so far it's working great. I'd like to get a big dumping of snow to really try out the plow. But again, so far it's working great. Anyways, this was just a short video on how to install the Kolpin X-Pedition 70-inch plow onto my 2016 cfmoto zforce 800. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you post them below. If not, appreciate you watching. Take care.